What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig. We're going to be taking a look at the markets real quick. I'm going to show you what to expect for Bitcoin. Also show you the areas to watch that if we can get back above, then that will invalidate the lower targets. But we'll take a look at that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure your notification bells are ticked. If you would, go back and make sure you're subscribed. A couple people let me know that YouTube somehow unsubscribed them and they had to resubscribe. So make sure you double check that if my videos haven't been popping up. Also, make sure you smash the thumbs up and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I will be doing a trading competition again, probably pretty soon, and I'll explain a little bit about that here in a little bit. But let's take a look at what's going on with the Dow. So we got rejected right where we expected to on this trend line here. Now, question is, will we continue down to our target 32,200 points? If we do break that, then we're looking for the 30,800. And if we break that, you guys know I have much lower targets for the end of the year. So we'll be taking a look at this on the Bitcoin chart also. As you can see, the DXY, we got our bounce that we were expecting. Does look like we're in a rising channel here. If that's the case, we could get up to around this 106, maybe come back down to retest the 104. If this breaks, then we would take a measured move from here. That would get us back down to around 103. Either way, if this 104.67 holds as support, my next target's 108.50, which obviously you guys know if we get this rise, will be a dump in the markets. And then once we get above this, hold support, then we got much higher highs going for DXY. Here's the Bitcoin monthly chart. This is what we've been watching, right? Told you guys here, this is hidden bearish divergence. It's lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. In a downtrend, hidden bearish divergence is a continuation of the trend. The trend is down. That's why I still think we have much further down to go. I told you guys last month if we close below 23,327, that would confirm it and confirm the more downside, right? Another thing I want to talk about, people are talking about the bullish, saying this is hidden bullish divergence, right? From here to here. That's incorrect because you have to go after the high. So there's your trend line for your divergence. There is no divergence there. I just wanted to clear that up. Let's take a look at the weekly. So the weekly, we broke down off of this, out of this trend line here. So the measured move of this breaking down from this triangle would get us down to approximately, diamond. We get us down to approximately 18,000. We've been talking about that level for a while now. I still think we're going to be heading there. Now, I would expect to probably get a bounce there, get everyone bullish again, but eventually that breaking. Let's take a look at what targets we get for that. First, word from my sponsor, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They also have a copy trading section and a contest section where you can trade for free, zero risk, and actually win funds. Like this is from a contest win. There's 5,000 USD. That was from winning a free contest. So if you win the contest, you get the 5,000. Some of them are 10,000, some of them are 1,000. I'll show you in a minute, but it's a great way to learn the exchange, learn how to use it without taking any risk, right? I do have a link down below from Prime XBT. Definitely check them out. But so whatever you win on these rewards, right, you get to keep. So right now I'm up 2,166 off of the free rewards. So if I was to close everything now, I can pull that out, keep the profits, right? So if you go into the contest section here, you can join any of these contests. This one here has a $5,000 bonus. This one here has a $1,000 bonus. This one has a $10,000 bonus. So if you win that, you get to trade with your bonus and then keep your winnings. So definitely check those out. Use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus to use towards your margins. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. Now, let's take a look at the daily on Bitcoin. We broke below our 22,238, right? So as long as this holds as resistance now, our next target's going to be around this 18,000 level. If this breaks, now, like I said, if it breaks, we may come down, we may bounce all the way back around in here for a while, beat on this for a little while, just like we did here. And if this 18,000 breaks, our next target's between 13 and 13 5, somewhere in there. If this breaks, then we go down to our false bottom target, 75 to 9,500. Now, that would be a good place to get in, right? Just in case it's the real bottom. But even though, maybe take some profits on the way up, because I think there's a good possibility we hit the 35 to 4,500 by the end of this year, September, October. The same thing I said in my video from December 2nd, 2021. Told you I thought the bottom would be in 2023, September or October. You can watch that video. I'll leave it up at the end of this video, or just go to my YouTube page and it's showing there. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Now remember, the invalidation of all this is a weekly candle open and close above the 25.8, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Here's my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Check that out. The link's down below. Happy wife, happy life. So here's the 4 hour, right? Let's take a look at what's going on in the 4 hour. We broke this rising, broadening wedge that we had talked about in the measured move from where we broke here, right? You take the width of the wedge, bring it down to where you broke the wedge. Now, that doesn't mean you have to come down in a straight line, right? I drew this in about a month ago, showing you guys what it could look like, right? Just giving you an idea of how long it could take. And as you can see, we're pretty much right in that area where we expected to be, somewhere in here, right? Again, this wasn't exact. It was just to explain, looking at the 4 hour chart, how long this stuff could take, right? So far, playing out beautifully. We did break our blue trend line. Now, if we get back above this, right? If we break back above this and hold support on the blue trend line, then we could be coming up to retest this 23.4 range. But as long as we're getting resistance right here on this blue trend line, then the more downside is more likely, right? We also had this breakout from right here. Our measured move was here at 222. And as you can see, now that should become our resistance because we broke through the target range, right? We hit it, bounced up, came back through. Now that should become resistance. And our next target here being the measured move from here to here. Looking at this as a bear flag. If I clone this real quick, put it down here. Bring this over to where we broke it. That gets us at 21, 1, somewhere in there. Get a bounce, maybe even come back up, test this range before coming down, maybe range in here for a little while before coming all the way down. Once this 21.1 breaks, then we're most likely headed to that 18, probably fairly quickly. But remember, if this breaks, we have much lower targets in mind. So just keep that in mind. Here is the bubble pop pattern from December 2nd, 2021. Told you, watch in a bubble pop, you'll see rallies, get everyone bullish again just to make new lows. That's what I think we're doing now. Obviously, it doesn't have to look exact, right? We had this big, huge wick up here, just a little one here. So they don't have to be exact, but we're talking about the 25.8, which is actually a little bit lower now. It's about 25.4, 55 EMA. I'd need a weekly open and close above this to invalidate. So far that has not happened. So far everything's still intact. Now, could this have been the false bottom? It's possible. I don't think it is. I think our false bottom's sometime in March. I've always said February, March. February's gone. March is here. We have plenty of time to get down to these levels and then get another big rally, get everyone bullish, make them think the bottom was in. That doesn't mean not to get in here, right? So you get in here, ride this up a little bit, take some profits along the way. But if it does continue up and breaks higher, then you're in, right? So, but I still think there's a very good possibility, 35 to 4,500 end of this year, because bubbles pop. They usually come back down into where they began, right? Just like back here, came back to where it began. Let me show you another one. Here's Nintendo, right? Here's a 65% rally, just like we had here. What'd it do? Came back down right to where it started, right? That's what usually happens when bubbles pop, and then they can clean out all the scams, all the crap coins, all the, all the stuff that happened. Luna, you had FTX, all that crap, right? Celsius. You got to wash all that stuff out of the markets, and then the market can continue up, right? Do I think it's going to bounce straight up? Absolutely not. I think this is going to take quite some time. But here you can see in Sony, same thing. See how long it took. You got big, huge bounces before, and then just continuing down to make lower lows. So just something to be cautious about, guys. And remember, Binance, I think, is another one that could fall or something big happen. And just by looking at the FTX token over here compared to the BNB token, it looks like some bad things are coming within the next few months. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I go by the charts. Anyone that watches this channel knows I go by the charts, and the charts are showing bad things, right? So anyways, that's what I'm looking at, guys. I believe we will see 18K in the near future, within days, weeks, somewhere in there. So just be careful out there, guys. Much love. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Also, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you'd be interested in the trading competition, and I'll get that going. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget, check out the videos above, Prime XBT tutorial, and the 2021 video where I called this whole bubble pop my theory. Definitely check that out. Also subscribe by hitting the logo in the center. Take it easy, guys, and I'm out. Smash those likes.